Our clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality healthcare services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Maury Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Maury Clinic.
I know all the plays. I practice too hard to be sidelined. I told the coach and my dad I'm fine, but they want to be sure. They said Salina Regional and ComCare have all the latest technology for the most accurate images. And I guess they're right. Don't worry, QB. I've got your back.
Salina Regional Health Center and ComCare Imaging Center. Here for all your imaging needs.
Reliability. It's about more than uptime. Backup is something you do to your work, not just your data. And dedicated is an adjective suited to work ethic as much as servers or Ethernet connections. At Nextech, we believe that the character of our IT professionals comes from the commitment and passion for their work. It's just how we're wired here. Nextech, our products and people are here for you.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazing Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Papa John's is proud to provide this week's meal to the hardworking Friday night football crew at Community Access Television. While watching the big game, don't forget to order your freshly made pizza at papajohns.com.
Welcome to Friday Night Football, where we have the Derby Panthers facing the Salina Central Mustangs. Boy, we are in for a game tonight. What do you think, Colin?
Yeah, so a little bit of an abnormal start time, 2 hours earlier than we usually are here at week 6. Kind of have weather coming into the area. So we are here at a 5 o'clock kick instead of a 7 o'clock kick. And, we've seen Central numerous times, but, let's see if a little bit of a time difference can change some of their recent happenings. Excited to see how just minor time changes like that.
That could make a difference.
It does. Like you've seen a lot of teams that come out with rain delays and stuff, and they aren't looking too good, but then they come out of a rain delay and they're all fired up. So you never know what little things go on.
Wow, it looks like Central has a lot of key players hurt tonight.
Yeah, so I believe Kendrick Liggins, was injured 2 weeks ago, and we saw him, I believe, against Campus, kind of on that horse collar tackle, probably something around his ankle, I believe.
Yeah.
He is still out. So missed last week and also is going to be out this week, and he's definitely one of their star players, one of their really big bright spots on offense.
Wow. So they're going to receive.
Yeah. And I think that's a good call, because we've also talked about before with Central, they don't start particularly well. And I think it's so important just every single time just to get their offense the ball and just at least try to get something started so they have momentum in the first half, playing a full 4 quarters instead of just 2 after halftime.
Right. Wow, it looks like the Panthers are fired up over there.
They are.
They're jumping and huddling and yelling.
Yeah, they had a big win last week against Bishop Carroll. They won 54-45. Of course, we saw Bishop Carroll earlier this year when they played Salina South. They handled him pretty easily.
Yeah.
So expecting, we kind of want to say we expect high things from Derby, but we might also have a little bit of a kind of a trap game, as some people say. Come off a big win, maybe come over a little complacent, a little overconfident, coming into face a winless Salina Central team. So hopefully that gets Central fired up enough, so they can capitalize on something like that.
I hope that's the case, but I know that the Panthers usually come back pretty strong.
Yeah,
so
right.
Central's going to be in for a battle tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like they have, Mr. Peters back deep?
Yeah.
And Mr. McMullen.
And the official talking to the...
Looks like they're ready to go.
Yeah. They're getting ready to blow the whistle and waiting for that going. And
this game
Derby
is about to be underway.
Yes, they are. And we'll see. Rain not be expected for a few more hours. We'll see if that happens later on in this game.
Kick.
And that looks like it's going to be in the end zone. And Central start their drive on the 20-yard line. Yeah, and it is the sophomore, Jackson Kavanaugh, starting.
That's what I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
They're starting the sophomore, so maybe getting more playing time.
Right.
And he hands off to Peters.
And gets a couple, or about 3 there. Not a bad first down pickup there.
So I see number 3, Mr. Richardson, is just on the sidelines.
Right.
Doesn't look like he's hurt or anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Kind of the thought process there. Quarterback keeper, we have got our first flag already. Kind of had looked like a bootleg kind of there thing, but designed quarterback run. And we already have a sideline warning in the second play of the game.
Wow.
So they better be watching it for the rest of this now. You know, penalties does seem to be a common issue, especially with this Salina Central team. And it seems like it's never just one thing. Like, it seems to be like a combination of all of the above for Central.
So we got a shotgun formation with Mr. Kavanaugh back. Fakes the handoff and takes it up the middle.
And good tackle by number 6, but also a good, powerful run by Kavanaugh there. Picks up the first down. I just think in that play, that's something you definitely like to see, your quarterback getting in there, lowering the shoulder.
Yeah, especially when you got a young quarterback.
Right.
And now what do we got here?
Have a Taylor
Quarterback's
Peters
out in the wide.
Right, as that Peters got lined up at, you're going to run a wildcat, direct snap to him. Gets fullback for a block, tripped up a little bit, gets a few yards.
Wow, that's a formation I haven't seen him run this year.
And you know what? Why not? What do you, like I've said before, what do you got to lose right now?
Yeah, definitely what they need is that first win.
Right.
Once they get that first win, they can get a little momentum going.
Right.
It may be uphill from there.
Yep.
Well, it looks like
You got Kavanaugh
back up under center.
Yep. And he's
hands
hand
off to
Peters.
Peters is dragging a couple of them, and he's
Keeping
still
his legs
going.
moving, getting corralled by a plethora of Derby defenders, but forward progress is going to get him pretty close to the first down, being about a yard short, bring up 3rd and 1.
So far they've looked pretty good as they came out and mixed it up a little bit.
Lowering
with
the
the run.
pads, getting contact in there. Definitely like to see that. So it brings up 3rd and 1 for Central. Kavanaugh under center. And he's going to keep it.
And he has the first down.
I was a little worried when he snapped that ball. He kind of seemed to just stand straight up after he got the ball, after he got it. Still enough to pick up the first down. Had a nice push from his center there.
Wow.
And that puts the ball at the Central 39-yard line, 44-yard line.
And they're just steady moving it a little bit at a time.
And we got Peters again in that wildcat formation and gets around the edge. Picks up a good solid 6-7 yards.
Now what he's going to have to do out of that is he's going to have to go ahead and toss that ball one time.
I was going to say, when do we get that where they keep going back to that just every once in a while, and then eventually that one time they run it right, and then he pulls back, or even if they try like a double pass to Kavanaugh, if they ever line him up with the wide receiver again. And
that's a hand to the fullback.
Yeah, and
Who's that
he's right at the marker. And the back official's already pointing first down. So is that 3 first downs so far for this Central team? Well, so far with, about 4 minutes, they don't look like an 0-5 team right now.
No, they don't. And they're the whole thing has been run.
Right, and they've already got some of the Derby players with hands on their hips already. Kavanaugh in shotgun formation, a little bit of a fake.
And he cuts it up.
But going to be taken down. Still picks up about 5 on the play.
I think if he would have ever got his feet kind of straight, he might have been able to go somewhere.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
It looked like he was having trouble getting his feet in there.
Yeah. And that might be even just a little bit of a jitters.
Yes.
Playing, starting first game Friday night. And we got Peters again lined up in the quarterback spot. And we're going to have another designed run right side. And it's going to be about a yard short of the first. They seem to like to go to that play on 2nd down, especially.
Right. Well, I guess what they're saying is if you can't stop it, we're going to keep on doing it.
Absolutely. And haven't really seen a throw really at all from Kavanaugh so far. And why do it? If your offensive line's getting that push, picking up the amount of yards. Yep, just another quarterback sneak, pick up about 2 yards. That'll be another first down for the Mustangs.
So that's that old saying, if it ain't broke.
Right. And number 50 for Derby's coming off limping a little bit. Haven't seen anyone coming off onto the sideline yet. Here comes a player. 24. Definitely a different size comparison than the one who came off the field to the one who came on.
Yeah.
And Peters again in the Wildcat. A little bit of a high snap.
Hands it off, and he goes, no, well.
It looks like he's hitting the backfield, but still able to carry a guy or two and get back to the line of scrimmage. And so far, Central's already used up pretty much half of this first quarter
Wow.
on their first drive. And 6:20 left in the first quarter.
What they got to do, though, they got to come away with some points.
Right. Kavanaugh back under center, and we have a stoppage of play. Might have a timeout.
Timeout.
It's like Coach Hall wants a timeout for Central. Kind of sees how important all these downs are. Just, you know, especially with this team, one negative play can turn disastrous for them.
Yeah. But if they continue to do this with the run,
Right.
I'm believing that the pass will be open.
Yeah. And they've been looking really impressive. I mean, yeah, it definitely hurts not having Liggins being there when that pass does open up. And you would think that, you know, Derby might have seen some things where, hey, like if Liggins isn't going to be on the field, we might put like an extra guy in the box to help stop that run. But even if they have, Salina Central still being able to move the ball on the ground. I just like the commitment to the run here.
Yeah, I believe Salina Central does miss Liggins.
Yeah, right. And be 2nd and 10 from the Derby 35. Kavanaugh under center, trips to the left. And we'll play actual throw for the first time.
Got the man. That was a good pass.
The 20 to Logan Horst, the tight end.
Wow, that was a good
Gets it
pass.
inside the red zone, and yeah, it does do that first pass play.
But it's opened up by the run.
Right.
The run, as long as they keep pounding it.
Yep. They gotta have it on the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Central. Peters in the Wildcat again. Direct snap to him. Not much going there. Might have lost a yard.
Direct snap to number 33 to Taylor Peters. Short off of the play. He's brought to the turf by number 76.
It kind of seemed like his other man in the backfield kind of went left for the block, but Peters went right. Kind of didn't seem to follow the block, and just what kind of miscommunication there was on what end, but I just kind of both ran the opposite direction.
So he's up down under center. Fakes it.
Yeah, a little bit of a pitch to Peters. Slips a tackle and gets out of bounds. Picks up about 3, maybe 4. Gets it to the 15.
That was a good fake he had into the inside, too, before pitching it to the outside.
Right. Yeah, 3rd and 6 here for Central. Big 3rd down.
So the sophomore quarterback is looking pretty good this first quarter.
And we'll see if it seems to be everybody's looking Central way, or excuse me, Derby way, and it will be offsides. So that turns a 3rd and 6 into a much more manageable 3rd and 1. And I'm not usually a betting man, Charles, but I would bet we would probably see another quarterback sneak from Kavanaugh here. But here they actually have Peters lined up. Another direct snap to him. And he got it. And see, that's why I'm not a betting man, because I lose all my money.
But that formation has got to bring a pass to the quarterback.
Right.
And either the quarterback steps back, he's behind him where he can pass it, or he goes in.
I expect even Derby to start making adjustments for that Wildcat formation, and that's probably going to open up some other ways. And I kind of just expect same side. Run it to the right, have his lead blocker in front there. And see, there what happened again. It seems like the other fullback is maybe blocking an anchor position defensive end that's crashing down. Maybe that's who he's trying to block. And we do have a Derby player down. Not sure who it is, but yeah, it just seems like some of those plays, Peters is just kind of running right into numerous Derby defenders, not getting much.
Football fans, in case of severe weather tonight, we ask all spectators who
And there are numerous people attending to the Derby player.
Stadium. Salina Central administrators are waiting to assist you there. In case of severe weather or night, you can vacate to your car and leave the premises or head to the storm shelter northwest of the stadium, and Central High administrators will guide you from there.
And like a lot of people
Wow.
on a knee, and they might be bringing out a stretcher.
Well, I think I saw his leg look like it was kind of twisted there. Yeah, it looked kind of twisted, so.
I didn't see it. Wow. But again, Central looking pretty good so far. Got the ball inside
They're
the 10.
calling for the ambulance, it looks like.
Oh, they are. Oh, wow.
Here they come. Yeah, I think his leg was twisted a little bit in a not good so way.
Okay. Like
a
if maybe
way that
somebody
your leg doesn't
like maybe
twist.
somebody landed on his leg, like his back legs or something.
And turned him the other way.
Yeah, right.
Looks like they're wrapping it too.
Okay.
Wow. You know, this is, I mean, I know we accept somebody being hurt, but this sometimes can stop the momentum
Yeah,
too.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, definitely kind of just any kind of delay, but you know, definitely don't. These are probably the biggest delays we don't want to see.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Looks like they got him up on the stretcher.
Okay. And it looks like the player down is Isaac Keener. And they look like they have him up on the stretcher. And he is moving a little bit, his head. It's good to see, just that much. Hopefully we can get a thumbs up here or something. Isaac Keener is 81, is the defensive end. He's a junior. And he does have movement in his hands, so that's good. Definitely probably not feeling the greatest at the moment, but hopefully he knows there's a lot of people supporting him right here.
Yeah.
And we hope all the best to him and his family. And after that, both teams back on the field, and we might be getting ready to resume play. And there goes the play clock. And it'd be 2nd and 8 and goal for Central. Kavanaugh under center. And might have gotten him again, but thought it might have had time to have him jump back before they actually snapped the ball.
Yeah. He may have just caught him.
Yeah.
Or did he catch his own man?
See, they're going to call a false start. So I almost think it was a thing where the Derby guy got back into place, and then there was just so much of that delay. But maybe there was a central person that jumped before that made the Derby person jump, but not sure. But that backs Central back up to their 13 of Derby. And he's going to pass, but he's slow. It's going to be picked off by number 10 of Derby. And an absolute disaster for Salina Central. Miscommunication on that right there. Peters took the direct snap looking right. His receiver ran down the field. And the Derby defender just right there at the line of scrimmage to pick that ball up off the dirt right before he hit the ground. And what a disaster. And Derby gets it all the way back out to the...
Once something happens to slow the momentum, we have a momentum change.
Yeah. Had the 5 yards back and then that. Derby with their first chance on offense. Hand to the back number 1, getting through some tackles and some stiff arms. And still after all that, doesn't really even seem to gain anything. Yeah, it seemed to be Brody Kuzner, their senior running back.
That was a big mistake.
Right.
But again, he's not the quarterback.
Yeah.
And a running back trying to throw.
Right. And
wow, big
again with the run, picks up about 8. But yeah, I mean, there was just miscommunication on that. It looks like that might have been the linebacker, because it was the inside receiver for Central just went downfield, and that back just covered the flat. And Kuzner again.
First down.
Kuzner.
Whoa.
And we have another flag. And might have like a late hit or something. Had the number 9 of Central on the ground. And that'll be personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Derby, and that'll back him up.
Wow, that's a big hit right there.
Yeah. And they're certainly moving it so far, early in Derby's possessions.
Why are they moving the chains? Was it a first down?
Well, I think, this is something with high school that it still confuses me a little bit. I think because he still picked up the first down, I think, maybe. But so they're still giving him the first down yardage. But since it was after the play, they still technically have first down. And his quarterback keeper, and not much there. Derby, numerous plays, breaking huddle real quick and getting up to the line. And hand off to Cruiser. He's got a big hole. Can he get the sideline? Almost gets dragged down, but still enough to pick up a first. Very much so. And see if Central's defense can step it up here, make a stop. A little bit of a low snap.
Back to pass.
The pass is Derby.
He got the man wide
deep,
open.
But going to be out of bounds. Did his best to try and get a foot in, but just took him too far out.
And he took too long to throw it.
Yeah.
He had the man wide open.
It was kind of a lobby pass. Not to say I could do any better, but.
Right. Defense in the back is going to have to wake up because that's going to come.
Right. Another jet sweep handoff to Kuzer. Pickup of only a couple. Got the ball to their own 45. They'll bring up about 3rd and 8. Minute 45 left in this quarter. And Derby
so this is a long
signals.
3rd down.
Yeah.
It's almost like you got to pass.
Yeah, they got trips right side. They're going to hand it off to Kuzer, and he's going to be tracked down in the backfield. Ball comes loose. One official saying down by contact. The other white hat main official might be saying it's a fumble. They're talking about it right now. Coach Hall wants it. He's jumping up and down. And it is Central football. But I think actually they moved that ball. They're going to have to move that ball. I think where the official marked it was where he was down by contact, not where the ball was officially marked down. So he might be actually getting a few yards back, but either way, Central's going to have the ball 1st and 10.
And they needed that.
And Derby side of the field on the 41.
They needed it.
Yeah.
They created a turnover.
Right.
They need to get a turnover.
Kavanaugh under center gets the snap. Looking right side.
Oh.
Hit as he throws. No whistle. No whistle from the officials. They're going to mark it out of bounds. They're going to mark it as a fumble. And that'd be about a 8-yard loss. Let's see what they say. They're going to say, I guess his arm wasn't going forward.
Wow.
Sure looked like to me his arm was going forward as that ball went out of bounds.
Wow.
And maybe they even ruled it a backwards pass. I'm not sure. But more than likely.
Well, if it was a backwards pass, it would have been incomplete. So
yeah.
They're calling that a fumble.
Yeah.
And he cuts up the middle, goes nowhere.
Still getting his feet going pretty quickly, but hit only gained about a yard. And that brings up a pretty long 3rd and 17. So Central's offense actually definitely having a stall after that break in time for the injury. Kavanaugh under center again. Trips left side.
Back
a little bit of a
pass.
play action. And down the field. Has a man. Good catch to inside the 40, but still going to be about 6 yards short of the first. But it will bring up 4th down. Doesn't really seem to be punting territory, so Central's offense will stay out on the field. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And that is the end of the first quarter. Pretty tight ball game so far. It was definitely Central had the ball most of the time. Still 0-0. And we'll be back right after this.
Papa John's is proud to provide this week's meal to the hardworking Friday night football crew at Community Access Television. While watching the big game, don't forget to order your freshly made pizza at papajohns.com.
And we're back here at the start of the second quarter. Derby Panthers 0, Salina Central Mustangs 0. So definitely a game that weren't 100% expecting to see so far.
No.
Having a pretty tight game. Central in control.
4th and 7.
Through a lot of this. So yeah, Central facing a 4th and 7.
Shotgun formation.
And the snap goes over Kavanaugh's head.
And
the ball is still loose. And it doesn't matter who gets it.
It's Derby's ball.
It doesn't matter anyways.
But that's a great punt for the...
Yeah. We're going the wrong way. You go get the other great return. Here comes another flag. And we'll see probably another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So that's... Oh, now Derby with a sideline warning. Officials must be cracking down on it a lot.
Well, it's pretty easy to get a sideline warning when something exciting happens, and you're yelling and screaming and pumped and
But man, last 5-6 plays for Central on offense, utter disaster. And hand off to Kuzer. Might have been a little bit of a hold, and they might be getting it right there.
They got flags all over the place.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a hold in the backfield. And that is a holding call on Derby, and that'll back them up.
Well, it seems like no one can really get it going.
Right, yeah. And honestly, if it helps anyone out, it's probably Central.
That is good, yes.
Yeah. Because you definitely want to get a team like Derby just a little bit off on their game, and that's where Central's got to capitalize, but making the mistakes that's not helping them at all. And back to pass. Throws it to Kuzer. Jukes out one guy, gets another, and he's taking it all the way.
To the house.
Brody Kuzer, 49-yard touchdown run with multiple fake outs, and Jukes on that touchdown run. Very impressive.
Also.
Yeah. Very impressive run from just a little bit of a swing pass, and just like that, Derby's up 6-0 with the extra point on the way. And as a side note, we have a left-footed kicker here. This might be the first time we've... The extra point is good. This might be the first time I've seen a left-footed kicker this season.
Yeah. So, wow, with 11:19 to go in the second quarter, we have the Derby Panthers 7, the Salina Central Mustangs 0.
Oh my, how things can change in minutes and seconds.
Yeah.
I feel like it's also kind of been kind of a repeat, meaning for Central and a little bit for South as well. Just big plays, just kind of shooting them in the foot, where just they look like they're doing well for 1 sec, and then just a little bit of a lapse in coverage, or just, maybe just athleticism. And just like that, it's more of a deficit. But we'll see if Central can come out and get another good long drive like they had to start the game.
Looks like they're ready to receive the kick.
Yeah.
Salina Central has Talon Peters and Jordan McMullen.
Here comes the kick.
Deep to receive. It's to McMullen.
He's going to get it about the 15. Gets some
Breaks a
blocks,
couple
sheds
tackles.
one. Able to stay on his feet to about the 26.
Well, that was Mr. Counts on the return.
And Central will take over on their own 26. We'll see what Kavanaugh and the Central offense can come up with. And another just
He
kind of
keeps
read
it.
inside. Quarterback keeper get about 1.5 yards.
It's very important that they make it known that they're on the field
Right.
and march that ball down the field like they did in the first quarter
Yep.
as they were moving the ball down the field.
Yeah. And even when they were moving the ball down the field that first quarter, they weren't trying to do anything too pretty or anything. It's just that pass that we'd been talking about with Peters, just kind of miscommunication on that. And man in motion right side.
Peters.
Kavanaugh back to pass, looking that way over the center of the field. Into double coverage, but out in front of the receiver.
And that's
Kerry
the time
Ginyard.
right there that they missed the Kendrick Liggins.
Yeah, right.
As we've seen before, he would have probably ran the ball down.
Yeah, right. I mean, Liggins is fast. He's also got long arms. He can track him down.
Yeah.
And back to pass again. Hit as he throws. The Central receiver able to catch it. Looks like Logan Horst again. But that'll bring up 4th down. And the special teams unit comes on the field for both teams.
Now, Brogan has played quarterback for the Mustangs, too. So they could do some things out of that punting formation.
Right. Low snap. Gets it on a bounce. Still able, plenty of time to get it out. And that takes the derby bounce back towards the Central area, but it will be down at about pretty much right at
40.
the 40-yard line. Again, the Central offense stalling right there. And we'll see if they can contain Kuzer. Fully expect them to come back in there. And Kuzer again with the ball, getting strung out. And he's going to be wrapped up and taken down for about a loss of 1.
Number 7, better watch that little bit of that late hit.
Right, I saw him coming in after that. Right when he kind of dove in there, I was looking right at the white hat official because he was right there. I was actually waiting for it. Another handoff to Kuzer, met right in the backfield by multiple Central defenders. And he's going to lose another 2 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd and 13 for Derby. You'd want to say it's passing down situation, but with an explosive player like Kuzer, you never know. Lining up with Kuzer in the backfield and twins on each side.
It's back to pass, a little swing pass.
He's gonna have a little bit of a wide receiver screen.
Oh, and
receiver's getting
and he's
through
got
it.
the first down.
He does have the first down.
How do you let him get the first down?
So the ball was thrown out to it looked like to Jack Taylor, and Kuzer actually in the backfield running back position went all the way out to block that corner that allowed number 3 to get
Back
past
to pass.
that down the field.
Got the man
Got the
wide
man number
open.
14. inside the 15. And perhaps, they're going to mark him about the 13. And that is Michael Littleton. As a 6'3" senior, and Derby is not letting off the gas pedal, lining up again, 1st and 10. Looking right side, and that ball's going to skip into the ground.
Wow.
But this Derby offense going at full speed right now.
It's that Salina Central defense. They've got to suck it up.
Yeah.
And they've got to play defense.
Right.
They had a man running down the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Wide open.
Yeah. Had multiple steps on him.
Yeah.
And Kuzman with the ball. Kind of just grabbing him by the arm. And thought we might have had another little late thing there.
Yeah.
But Kuzer's brought down, another loss. At least they've been doing pretty well last good amount of downs, stopping the run. Here
we go.
Lined up again. He got trips left side. Kuzer is the only back, offset to his left. And another play action pump fake into the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown.
There's nobody there.
Derby. There was absolutely no one there in the back of the end zone.
If you look at it, it was 2 Derby players.
Right. Running almost like the same route almost.
Yeah.
And just easy pitch and catch. Almost looked like it might have been almost a little overthrown. I thought it was going to go out the back of the end zone, but just absolutely no one there. Just ran it straight down the middle. Where he's lined
you
up.
cannot do that and win ball games.
And the ball is tipped. And that is going to be no good. Well, they get a little bit of a break there. There's something to celebrate. So the extra point is no good. That leaves the Derby Panthers 13, Salina Central 0. But just absolutely just a blown assignment there on the Central secondary. Because you can kind of seem like the receiver that caught it, even if he wasn't the one who caught it, the person that was behind him had a couple of steps on him too.
And he could have caught it.
Yeah, and it kind of just looked like there was almost like 3 Derby players in the end zone that were just not even covered, and it just seemed like the Central secondary just kind of had their eyes just caught in the backfield, not looking at all like where their receivers were going.
And they seemed to do that. Like, they played good at the beginning. They played good, give up a big play, and then that big play can be used against them again and again.
And, I mean, I'm not sure. Of course, we're not players on the field right now, but it could have been just the impact that Kuzer has had so far, the running back. They just want to they're keeping their eyes on him, and then when they keep their eyes on him, and he's just doing a block, they throw it down. Another kick over the head. Peters gets it, and gonna maybe get to about the 18. They actually do mark him at the 20. Does get back to the 20. Well, we'll see what Central can come out with this time. Looks like they got Kavanaugh. Is that Kavanaugh out there? I was trying to see. Farther away
it's
from
Wildcat.
us. Okay, that's why it is Taylor Peters. He's having trouble seeing the numbers at the moment. I was like, I think the body type looked more like Peters. When you think of it. But Kavanaugh is on the field. And they're going to have Kavanaugh, I believe, now under center. And he's going to hand off to Peters. Has a little bit of a hole.
I believe he has the first down.
Safety right there. And yeah, he does have the first down.
And that's what they've got to do.
Yeah.
They've got to pound the ball and continuously pound the ball till they pound it into the end zone.
Right. And that's what helped them in the first quarter. Don't try to do anything too pretty.
That's exactly
Especially
right.
when you're the point that Central is. You got to just stick to the basics. And there's like a fumble on the snap.
Looks like they got it.
And it looks like they got it back. Only going to be about a loss of 1. But it could be another disaster and another negative play for Central that backs them up. Those are those kind of momentum killers once you kind of start getting a little bit of a rhythm. Just anything just kind of brings them back down. And they'll be in shotgun formation. Kavanaugh looking right side. And he has his receiver pick up about 5. Looks like he could have stayed on his feet there on that reception, but he went down to his knees and kind of went to the ground. And be 3rd and 5 for Central. So they got Peters in the Wildcat again.
Oh,
and we're going to have a false start on the receiver.
That was the quarterback.
Like. Oh, yeah, it was that Kavanaugh, yeah. Lined up at the wide receiver position.
Yeah. Of all people, it's never good with the quarterback.
You know,
he knows the play.
Still just could be some sophomore jitters. You never know, but you can't have those on a crucial 3rd down just like that. And that pretty much puts them back at their original starting point after that first down. 3rd and 10 now.
Starts them off with they got to pass.
Kavanaugh back to pass. Can he make the play? And he's going to get swallowed up for a loss of about 9. And that'll bring up a 4th and 19. And yeah, the Central punt team comes out onto the field. 4:54 left to go in the half. Derby up 13-0. And we have another. And yet another personnel issue.
Too many
illegal
hands,
substitution.
Really.
And it's going to bring back another. You're going to back him up another 5 yards. Fourth and 24 now. Get a good clean snap here. And
he gets a good one.
Lob, yeah. Gets a good punt off. Kuzer with room to run. Gets some blocks. Has the edge. Gets another one. Can he cut it back inside?
He's cutting it.
Still on his feet and moving.
And he still breaks the
going up.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Did you just see what happened? He broke all kinds of tackles.
Unbelievable. Touchdown Panthers on the punt return by Kuzer.
And I mean, he broke tackles.
Cannot bring him down.
He pulled it all out of his arsenal.
It's just like they're just. I mean, nothing to take anything away from Kuzer. Definitely has some moves out there, but just even whatever, with the extra point being good this time, whatever hands Central can get on him, just gliding right off. I know we talked. I know we're not even halfway through this game, but we always talked about how we like Quentin Hicks of campus. But man, I want to say Kuzer so far might be one of the best players we've seen this season.
Yeah. As far as a running back,
right,
I would say definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's breaking tackles and.
Yeah.
The difference, I would say, though, is he's not going both ways.
Yeah, true.
But the way he broke them tackles, He could be on a defense.
Well, he's definitely getting his money's worth running the ball tonight. I mean, he's been having some long runs so far.
That's right. Central has got to step it up.
Be interested to
there
see his
is no
stats.
ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Yeah.
They have got to step it up.
Right. I'd be interested to see what Kuzer's stats would be at the end of this game. How many rushing yards that he's going to have.
Wow.
And Derby with another kickoff.
Deep one.
That is going to be out of bounds. Just kind of hooked it to the right.
So Central has really got to pick it up at this time.
They do.
With 4:06 left until halftime, the Panthers are leading 20-0. You've got to do something.
Yeah. Especially how this game started really promising for Central. I mean, we expected Derby to be pretty good, but just it seems like a lot of the things that have happened haven't necessarily been how great Derby's been, but just how lackluster Central has been and just kind of their own mistakes. And
so
Kavanaugh
true.
Back in shotgun formation, direct snap. He's going to keep it. Still feeling like he's running pretty well when he has room. Gains about
and he's going to be a good quarterback in the future. I mean, he's only a sophomore, and he's playing like he's like a junior.
Right, yeah. Still having a little of those, a little bit, I'd say maybe jitters, trying to stay on his feet, having a little false start penalties, but
and that's why I gave him a
really
junior.
well. Yeah,
and then that was way delayed.
Yeah.
He's got to throw that fake pass.
Right.
It's going to be right as he hands it off.
Yeah. We'll give him credit though. He did kind of look like he was putting a little bit of effort into the fake. A lot of quarterbacks to see long enough, they just kind of put their arm up there.
Yeah.
And they'll bring up about 3rd and 7 on Central's own 38. 3 minutes left in the half. And we'll see what Kavanaugh and the gang come
Looks
up
like
with.
A pass formation.
And going to have another direct run. Pick up only about 2 or 3. And everybody's up all right. So Derby's calling first of their 3 timeouts. They want the ball back.
Yeah.
And they do get the ball back at half, too. So they definitely want to blow this open as fast as they can.
I would hate to say, but I think they've already blown it open a little bit.
Yeah,
with the 20-point lead.
They have.
And it doesn't look like they're pulling their foot off the gas pedal either.
They aren't. Yeah.
But a lot of it has been key mistakes by the Central defensive backs not being in their position.
Yeah.
We've got tackles. They're not making the tackles they're supposed to.
Yep.
Not wrapping up when they do have the tackle.
Yep. And I even think you look at this, and he called timeout on a 4th down. He wants to get the ball back, but still, any other team, they got the ball close to midfield and only 4 yards to go for a first. Kavanaugh back to pass, looking right side, lobs it up.
Good one.
It is caught by, it looked like Logan Horace, I believe that number 15.
Kavanaugh might be hurt.
Okay. Yeah. Horace has definitely been one of the big target for Kavanaugh so far this game.
See him, he's got a little bit of a limp in his.
Right.
Maybe that's just a little hit that he got going up the middle.
Right. 2:25 left in the half. Peters in the Wildcat. Direct snap to him and runs into a pile. Picks up a couple. And clock continuing to roll just past midfield. And it brings up 2nd and 8 for Central. Not seeming like they're having too much sense of urgency. And I would, especially when you're Central, not really a big play offense.
No.
They're not, super. Their strong suits aren't getting the ball down the field quick. Their center again, kind of a little bit reverse,
Mr.
left
Count
side.
turns
Gets
the
a little
corner,
bit of the
down
edge.
turns
Good
the
block
corner.
by Peters, and they are going to mark him out.
Got a first down.
Yeah, I did think he stepped out. They are going to mark him out.
That's
About
got
the
to be one of the
33.
highlights of today for them.
Right. Really good block on the edge by Talon Peters there.
And as Mr. Counts turned that corner, it looks like he turned on the gas, too,
Right.
on that running.
Yep.
A little bit of speed turn up.
1:38 left. This is, don't want to jinx it. These are usually the situations where Central starts backing it up. And we
good pitch.
have
But he goes
Talon
nowhere.
Peters, yeah. Kavanaugh kind of ran into his own, kind of seemed like pulling tackle or pulling guard on that play, but still able to get that pitch off. Ends up losing about a yard. Minute 19 left in the half. .105 left, 2nd and 11. Kavanaugh under center. And they're going to run that sweep again left side, but
And
this
he goes
time
nowhere.
Derby defenders there to swallow it up. Going to be another loss. And it looks like Derby might have called another timeout. Or no, or do we have a... We have here. I think we do have a timeout by Derby.
I don't know. All they've been doing now ever since that last, when you said that, they've been getting pushed back.
Exactly. I know. I kind of blame myself because I kind of jinxed it, but we've seen time and time and again where they get the ball, good first down, or get the ball on the opponent's side of the field, and then they just start backing it up, and here's just yet another example. And so Derby calls their second timeout with 54 seconds left. I mean, especially with the plays they've been getting off so far, 54 seconds, plenty of time for Derby to get the ball back and run some plays.
Yes.
As much breakdown as we've been seeing from the Central defense.
So this is a big third down for Salina Central with 54 seconds left before the half.
Yeah. You know, it's almost more of keeping the ball out of Derby's hands now for the end of the half rather than just maybe picking up the first down.
Well, you got 2 downs to pick
And
it
he's gonna
up.
roll out right, gets a block.
Got a man!
Does have a man down the field, and
he drops it! He drops it!
Put the biscuit in the basket.
That man was wide open.
Kate Gertson has the drop. It's just one of those moments where I think he knows he has it and just overthinks it and just can't come down with the ball.
Well, I mean that you can't blame the quarterback with that one. It was definitely on
right
target.
There. Yeah.
And he was definitely wide open.
Yeah. And they're going to go for a 4th down. Kavanaugh back again over the middle and multiple covers. Going to be picked off by number 10, and he's got running room. Gets some blocks down the sideline inside the 40. Going to be wrapped up inside the 30 with 30 seconds left.
Well, if you look down at the other end of the field when he got that interception, the tackle that was missed, he should be way back here.
Right. And even after he made that interception, my immediate thought was, he should have just batted that down.
Right.
Because they would have had the ball back and not having to waste the time running. But then he does that. Great return and more missed tackles. I mean, I mean, I'm sure everyone on the team practices tackling. Not everyone who plays offense plays defense, but still missed tackles on that side too.
A lot of missed tackles.
Yeah. And Derby player getting on the field late. Still have 15 seconds left on the play clock. And back to pass. Passes man.
And he's wide open.
Derby with another touchdown. I feel like with a lot of these plays, we're just kind of at a loss for words, especially on that one. You had two Derby receivers almost run into each other on a route.
Where they're wide open.
And they're still able to come down with it.
Well, they're both wide open. You got two of them wide open.
Right.
It's like who wants to catch the ball?
It feels like their own teammate was more of a defender on that play than Central secondary. A low snap for the extra point, but it is through there and good. And 24 seconds left in the half. Derby Panthers 27, Salina Central 0.
Wow.
And
well, I think we'll know. I think the very beginning of this second half, we should know where this game's going. And I know you're all saying.
It's always. I always believe it. Hey, if they can score 27 points in the first half, Central can come out in the second half and score 28.
That's why I said we'll know after that first set of downs.
Exactly. But, I mean, Central's going to get the ball back, 24 seconds left. Gonna not have really any time to do anything with it, especially talking about not much of an explosive offense for Central. And they'd be giving the ball right back to Derby to start the third quarter.
See, it's got to be a different Central team that comes out after half.
Right.
They've got to be fired up to get that first win.
Yeah.
They cannot come out and play like this.
Yeah. It just seems to be one bad thing after another. And even when you get that little bit of a bright spot, you think something's going to be going right. It is just the castle crumbles. And yet another kickoff. The left-footed kicker keeps it in the grid lines this time. And Central returner gets it out to about the 25. 18 seconds left.
It's not good.
It's not great. We'll see what happens here.
I think Central, they may be saying, come on, Rain. Come on, Rain.
Yeah, exactly. Get this game postponed and have to start it all over again or something, you know?
Yeah.
And Kavanaugh under center might just be a run, and they are just going to take a knee and be content with taking this into the halftime score.
See, I don't think we should have took a knee. I thought we should have took a bomb. We should have threw it one time down the field.
And see, you know, even if they, and even to say that, even if they pick it off and run it all the way back, again, you're already down 27.
Right.
So, but that'll bring us to our halftime score. Derby Panthers 27, Salina Central Mustangs 0, and we'll be back with halftime impressions right after this.
Welcome to the Maori halftime show. Wow, what a first half.
Well, it started out pretty promising for Central, taking up half of the first quarter on their first drive, getting it inside the 10-yard line into the 8, but then we had an injury on the field. Derby player got injured. We hope he's doing okay, but that really affected Salina Central when they got back on the field. Had a penalty right after that, and then had an interception on just kind of a miscommunication. And after that, Central, both sides of the ball just fell apart.
It's been straight downhill.
Right.
After that. They need that first win really bad.
Yeah.
And they can't seem to get it.
Yeah.
The defensive backs are not in place. They seem to not be making tackles.
Right.
I mean, anytime a guy spins, he's throwing their defenders off of him. and he's continuing to run.
Yeah, and the big player for Derby so far, number 1, Brady Kuzer, their running back, has a few touchdowns, including a punt return that we were just almost getting ready to take that breath, and Andy's tackled, but he just kept on running and staying on his feet and still able to get in the end zone. And then on the other side of that is the pass protection, the pass defense for Central. Just no one really to be found. Just seems kind of like a flag football game where for Central, just no one defending out there. And we have Derby receivers almost running into each other and still making plays. It's just a lot of mishappenings right now for Central.
Yeah, especially when you got players that are running and they're wide open.
Right.
And not one, but two.
Yeah.
So if the one doesn't catch it,
Yeah.
you got the other one standing behind him to catch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Coach Hall has got to be in there right now saying we've got to come out and play defense in this third quarter.
Right.
It's got to be a different team than this team that's played the first half.
Right.
Those Salina Central Mustangs have got to come out with a fire and a fire like never before.
Absolutely, and they've really got to play pissed off. I try to say that lightly.
Yeah.
They really got to play angry. They've been getting beat down for many weeks. They got to come out here, bring it to them. I always say there's still a chance, but we'll see in the second half what happens.
Salina Central has got to come in. Thank you, and that has been the Maori Halftime Show.
Papa John's is proud to provide this week's meal to the hardworking Friday Night Football crew at Community Access Television. While watching the big game, don't forget to order your freshly made pizza at papajohns.com.
Welcome back. Wow, what a first half.
Well, it started pretty well for the Salina Central Mustangs, but I feel like we can say that every once in a while about things as well. That's the thing. They usually get off to a pretty slow start and come back well in the second half, and now this time they started pretty well, at least the first 6 minutes, and then after that had some troubles. So we'll see how they do coming out here in the second half, but have a 27-point deficit, 27-0 Derby currently. We'll see how Central responds to that. And they've had to respond to those kind of scenarios all season long.
Yeah, and they always seem to dig themselves a hole.
Right.
And so they've dug themselves a hole again, and now they've got to come out with a fire like never before.
Right.
So it looks like they're I don't see the fire down there.
Yeah, and it almost gets to a point where that we've been covering some of their games, and it's like what else do we say? Kind of it seems to be kind of like a lot of the same things over and over again. They don't really look like they're necessarily ready to get out there and play. It's just some of their fundamentals have been lackluster. And I think that just kind of all just snowballs into this effect that it's just in their minds that, it's just losing is just kind of what they're doing right now. And I feel like even a big thing was they had wide receiver open for a touchdown. Good pass by the quarterback, Kavanaugh. And I think it was just up there long enough that he just got it in his head that he knew he had it, but then just ended up dropping it and lost points right there.
And that's the thing. They need that one win, and I continuously say that.
Yeah.
And I've been saying that for a while. I said that at the beginning of this year. They need that first win.
Yep.
And once they get that first win, they get a different attitude.
Right.
But they need that first win bad.
Yeah, they sure do. Central had the ball in Derby territory with under a minute. Derby calling timeouts, getting an interception, and then 1 or 2 plays later, Derby puts it in the end zone again, up 27-0. And we're now back from halftime. Central about to kick it off, and Derby is going to receive the ball yet again.
Not good.
Not great.
Unless that defense stands up and stands tall like they haven't.
And I would not kick it to the left side. Number 1, Brody Kuzer, as one of the return men. They do have it on the left hash, and they're going to try an onside kick.
Not good.
Not a bad decision, I don't think. I don't think that's a bad decision. But
I don't know. I think you kick it away and let the defense go at it.
Right.
I mean, the defense hasn't showed that they can cover anybody this whole game.
Yeah.
So when you try an onside kick, you put that defense in a very tough.
But even in the ways that Derby's moved the ball down the field, might even just wear them down more. Definitely a give-and-take situation there. Nevertheless, handoff to Kuzer, breaking some tackles again already, picking up about 9 yards already into Salina Central territory.
And that's what I'm saying is that's not a good thing right now. They're moving the ball like this.
Yep. Another handoff, Kuzer left side.
He's hit.
Had a hole, but good getting off the block there on number 25 of Central.
But it was enough for a first down.
Yeah. Derby getting to the line quick again. Lineup trips left side.
Same thing.
Another Kuzer handoff. Has a
wide
big
open.
hole. And more than likely, if he can get caught, hits the pylon. And the official, it is a touchdown, Derby. Kuzer still able to stay on his feet. Gets to the pylon. 55 seconds in, touchdown
I'm already
Derby.
saying it's good night, Irene.
You might be right. I got the sheet music right here if you'd like to start singing. But
wow.
Wow.
We've only a minute in.
Yeah. And another extra point up and good. And now that brings our score, Derby 34, Salina Central 0.
Wow.
I want to say, we were talking about that onside kick, like if it was a smart decision or not, but it just feels like even the way Derby's moving, like it only would have delayed him like another minute, from getting the ball down the field.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's, I don't know.
But
it's really hard to say.
When you're down like this, any delay I think can help you.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand it.
Right.
The defense isn't playing defense like it should be.
Right. And Kuzer absolutely had a massive hole on that touchdown run.
Yeah.
Just tried to have backside defenders try and track him down. And here comes yet another kickoff for Derby. And that looks like it's going to go out the back of the end zone. Central defenders just watching it. And another drive will start on the 20.
Wow. Now that offense has got to come out and show some grit. Make a highlight. They've got to make some type of highlight.
And you got to see just a little bit of a heartbeat on the EKG, I think.
Yes.
And we have a stoppage of play here. Not sure what the issue is. And I'm wondering if this game is getting called right now for the weather. So there is lightning in the area. It has been announced.
Wow.
We'll be back. Might be back later. We're not sure. It just depends on where the weather takes us.
Thanks for watching Salina Access Television. Our game between the Salina Central Mustangs and the Derby Panthers
was suspended due to lightning and storms in the area and was eventually canceled. However, the final score stands Derby 34, Salina Central 0. Please tune in next week as we have our next game for Salina Central versus Mays. Thanks for watching.
Mowry Clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Mowry Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Mowry Clinic.
I know all the plays. I practice too hard to be sidelined. I told the coach and my dad I'm fine, but they want to be sure.
They said Salina Regional and ComCare have all the latest technology for the most accurate images. And I guess they're right.
Don't worry, QB. I've got your back.
Salina Regional Health Center and ComCare Imaging Center. Here for all your imaging needs.
Reliability. It's about more than uptime. Backup is something you do to your work, not just your data. And dedicated is an adjective suited to work ethic as much as servers or Ethernet connections. At Nextech, we believe that the character of our IT professionals comes from the commitment and passion for their work. It's just how we're wired here. Nextech, our products and people are here for you.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazing Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Papa John's is proud to provide this week's meal to the hardworking Friday night football crew at Community Access Television. While watching the big game, don't forget to order your freshly made pizza at papajohns.com.